Kia ora, and welcome to the Beer Jerk Beer of the Week Drink Along, or Beer Club Beer of the Week.
Beer Club?
Beer Club, yeah, welcome to Beer Club.
Bit of a refreshing of it.
This week we are drinking a Patersbier by 8 Wired, which is the 7th beer in their Brave Old World series.
Yeah. Good to have you back, Joe.
Oh, yeah, it's not actually that good to be back. Thailand was lovely.
Yeah, sorry. But were you drinking Patersbier in Thailand?
I was not, no.
Well, exactly. Here we are. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, a beer from 8 Wired, who, as you know, are absolutely one of our favourite breweries. Just one of the most interesting breweries in New Zealand. Just steadily releasing really fantastic beers, picking up loads of awards, and just innovating, keeping things interesting, and especially so with this Brave Old World series.
Yeah, I think around 2 years ago, I think for Beervana 2022, they did the Burton IPA and the English Stout, which was
it was
delicious.
Like Imperial Stout.
Yeah. And then they've done a Hellas, a Festbier, a Schwarzbier, yeah. And something else since.
Just all these, I feel like it's about one a quarter that comes out. So I think this says it's number 7. But there are hundreds and hundreds of beer styles. And yes, IPA is magnificent and wonderful, and we love IPA and Pale Ale. But there's so much more. So really, really cool to see 8 Wired releasing these beer styles. And I suppose it is on us drinkers, really. If everyone was out there buying loads of Patersbier, brewers would make loads of Patersbier. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle that it's people that complain that there's too many IPAs. Well, get out there and buy some Kolsch and buy some old ale, and brewers will start making more. So, Patersbier, pretty historic beer style from Belgium. Also known as a Belgian single, an Abbey single, I suppose. It's you have triples that are really popular, and Belgian doubles and quads. So this is from that same family. And historically, Patersbier, as the name suggests, is the father's beer. So it's for a beer for monks, and a beer that was brewed within the walls of monasteries to accompany meals and just to drink throughout the day to quench your thirst. So it's a lower alcohol beer. It's not designed for celebrations, special events. And this beer was not sold. It was only drank at the monastery and for guests of the monastery and for the monks themselves, and especially at meal times. And I was just looking up actually some of the better known Patersbiers over in Belgium, and it's very, very recent that they've actually started selling them. So I think it was Chimay started selling their Patersbier in 2013. And Westmaal just started selling theirs about 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. So, it's like a sort of top secret hidden beer that no one had access to until recently, when there's been, I suppose, a bit more interest in historic styles, and especially the Americans leading the way with being absolutely obsessed with anything that those Trappist monks are doing.
Yeah, it's a lovely beer. I could imagine sort of drinking it any time of the day.
Yeah.
Super light and lemony.
Good point.
Yeah, sort of bready malt character. But yeah, just lovely light sort of influence from the yeast. You're not getting those heavy sort of clove, banana sort of phenols and esters that a lot of people associate with Belgian beers. It's certainly why I don't drink a lot of Tripel.
Yeah.
Is because they're heavy with those flavors. Whereas this is a great lawn mowing beer, as the can says.
Really?
It does say that, yeah.
And it is. It's quaffable. It's just like these wonderful European beer styles, like I often rave about, whether it's a table beer, and this sort of does fall within the table. Well, it does fall within the table beer category, or whether it's something like an RS dry stout, a Kolsch that I'm also obsessed with, a safe beer. It's in that sort of world of beer that it's delicious, beautifully made, well crafted. There's interest there, but equally, you could absolutely just session it.
Yeah.
You could drink a hell of a lot.
Doesn't have to just be a bottle of Chang to enjoy on the beach, I could enjoy this on a Thai beach.
Yeah, this would have been a wonderful beer for you in Thailand, I imagine. Sitting in your hammock.
It would have, yeah. On a
Decant
cliff
this
top.
into a coconut.
Beautiful. Take me back.
So, if this is a Belgian single, so what's the deal with doubles and triples and quads?
They're like stronger, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double the malt. Doubles and quads are usually with darker, well, always with darker malt.
Yeah.
And then triple is a pale malt, but sort of stronger than a double.
Yeah. Yeah, broadly. And there's obviously Belgian blondes that sort of fits in there somewhere as well. I suppose that sort of fits just after a Belgian single, the blonde would. But yeah, it's all, what do words mean? They sort of change over time, different interpretations. And it's only quite recently that we've had brilliant things like the BJCP guidelines and the internet. I don't think those monks brewing beers like this 800 years ago really cared about style guidelines. It was these are 3 beers that we brew. This one is for everyday drinking. This one is to sell to people to fund our lifestyles. And this one is for celebrations. Yeah, all round delicious beer. Would you say the esters are balanced in it?
Yeah. I bet if it's a good summer, they'll be selling a lot of this up in Maracana.
Yeah, if you haven't been to Matakana, that's where the 8 Wide tap room is, the barrel works.
Yeah, huge building.
Yeah, beautiful spot, full of barrels.
Yeah, full of barrels, a lot of amazing beers on tap. Fridge is full of not old beer, but beer that they've held on to for special reason.
Yeah.
So cool being able to get some. I can't think of the word, like library kind of.
Library of barrel aged beers and wild ferment beers and lots of awesome funky stuff. And they may still have a few bottles of the best beer in New Zealand left. We've got a few here here at the small. Are they all gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every time we get more, they all go.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, this is the last time. And then we get more.
The last few are maybe like in my personal cellar right now. Yes, the best beer in New Zealand, as judged by the judges of the New World Beer and Cider Awards.
And the best brewery?
Yeah, I think so.
23, yeah.
Yeah. So the best beer was Desperate Glory, which was from 8 Wide, brewed in collaboration with Small Gods, which was a really wonderful bourbon barrel-aged oud brewing. So yeah, as I say, we don't have time to list all of the awards that 8 Wide have picked up over the years, but it is many, and I really think that a lot of people sleep on 8 Wide. They don't really chase the hype and the trends. They just sort of get on with it. They're not really putting out TikToks and flashy marketing campaigns.
Which breweries are?
No breweries. What is a TikTok? Yeah, not many in New Zealand at any rate.
But yeah, they're a brewery with a pretty vast core range. They've got a dark beer in their core range, which is pretty rare, and yeah, a bunch of just really tasty hoppy beers, a lager or two, and they're all just dialed in. They're just reliable, delicious, and that's sort of what 8 Wide are synonymous with for me is just locked in sort of flavors and reliable quality. There we go. I struggled to get that one out.
Excellent quality beers. So yeah, there's the tap room, which is in beautiful Matakana, just next to where the markets are at the weekend, and then the brewery is just on from there in Warkworth, which I think is maybe still for sale.
I haven't heard of a buyer, so unless it's off the market.
I know that Soren and Monique were looking for a lifestyle change, I think to spend more time in Soren's Denmark, where he's from, with the family. So if you're interested in buying one of absolutely the best breweries in New Zealand, you could do a lot worse than buying 8 Wide. All right, that's enough gushing from us, I think. Let's finish this delicious Patersbier. But another little bit of news from us is we've got a bunch happening here at the Small Gods Tap Room. This Saturday we're doing a bit of a long run. So BJF Run Club, we run 5Ks every Monday, really nice social run, then have a beer or two afterwards. And on the first Saturday of each month we do a longer run called Afters. So you can choose to do an 8K route or a 12K route. So that kicks off at 10:45, 10 up here, get some free coffee, have a run, have beer and a pizza afterwards. And also we've got, there's the like a fun market day happening next Saturday. Saturday the 12th.
The 12th?
Is the branch house.
Branch out. It's not a market day, I don't think. It's a celebration up on the street.
Next street over.
Us, So we're
Yeah, like
having a bit of an
pop-ups.
after party here. So if you pop up to the Branch Out event, come see us.
And DJ Peril Spritz.
Yeah, we've got a DJ here. Hopefully some food going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got online the Euro selection at the moment.
Yes.
Which
So
contains this, hey?
this beer in the Euro drop. So 8 different European styles, all deliciously brewed in New Zealand with a slight sort of Kiwi hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, aka a little more hops.
Broadly, that is, yeah. It's the slightly hoppier version of whatever the style might be. But yeah, the Euro drop's really fantastic. And I think it's like $55.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good box,
price.
great price. We've got a few of those left. And also the Advent calendars, which are flying out. I think for the premiums, we've sold more than a third, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that sells out every year. So it's interesting to see all the people that have jumped on the Advent calendar bandwagon in recent years since we launched it years ago. And there are some nice options out there, but nothing touches the premium box.
No.
It is 24 fantastic beers. Joe's working at the moment on some imports. There'll be exclusives, beers you're not going to find elsewhere. It is not going to be, you're not finding supermarket 330s in that box. It's a very, very special box. And on the cheaper side of things, if you don't want to spend that money in the premium box, we've also got the favourites box, which is lots of great, fresh, fantastic favourites, some of the best beers in New Zealand, but more your everyday drinker sort of beers. And also great, but definitely not exclusives in that box.
No. Ranger breweries, and then cider advent calendar and a non-alcoholic advent calendar as well for your friends and family.
We've got the bases covered, hey? Yeah. Good. So nab one of those, then forget about it. Then at the end of November, it will arrive on your doorstep, ready for you to treat yourself to every day of December. All right. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to 8 Wide for always making brilliant beers. Good to have you back, Joe.
Cheers.
Cheers.